Good morning, student. Today we are going to learn about literature and cinema. BA Part 2nd, Optional English, paper number 3. It is a quite new paper introduced from this academic year, as the paper carries two words in its title, literature and cinema. Before we start the module, first I will explain two concept of this paper. So basically all students know about literature and cinema, but both two words are correlated to each other. So first we study about what is literature. So literature, it is derived from the Latin word litera, use, that means writing formed with letters. Literature most commonly refer to the works and creative imagination, including poetry, drama, fiction, non-fiction, and some instances journalism and song. So it means लिटरेचर मराठीमध्ये लिटरेचरचा अर्थ साहित्य असा होतो. मग साहित्य कोणत्या प्रकारचं, तर त्यामध्ये कोणत्या प्रकाराचा समावेश केला जातो. थोडक्यात कविता, नाटक, एकांकिका, कथा, ह्या सर्व गोष्टी या साहित्याच्या प्रकारामध्ये एकत्रित येतात. त्यालाच आपण काय म्हणतो, लिटरेचर. So we see the definition of a literature. Literature refers to written or spoken works and that express ideas, emotion and stories through the language. It means it refers to written and spoken work. Students, written and spoken works and express ideas, emotion is written form and basically expressed through the language. It is a literature. जे तुम्हाला लिहायचं आहे, जे बोलायचं आहे, त्या माध्यमातून ज्या गोष्टी तुम्हाला, इमोशन्स तुम्हाला सांगायचे आहेत, ते स्टोरीच्या माध्यमातून किंवा ड्राम्याच्या माध्यमातून ह्या लँग्वेजचा आधार घेऊन आपण तयार करू शकतो. म्हणजेच ते एक तयार काय होतं, साहित्य. सो द नेक्स्ट पार्ट वी सी द काइंड्स ऑफ लिटरेचर. व्हॉट काइंड ऑफ लिटरेचर म्हणजे कोणत्या प्रकारचे साहित्य, किती प्रकारचे साहित्य असते. तर काइंड्स ऑफ लिटरेचर अँड you can say part of literature. Basically 5 kinds of literature we explain one by one. First is fiction. What is fiction? What is the meaning of a fiction? Fiction means katha, fairy tales for example, something invented by the imagination or legend, specifically on invented stories. Students, you know the fairy tales stories and quite form of imagination, the storytelling fairy tales. This is called as the epic. The archetype characters, moral based, god and evils, features hero, story of guest. So all these including in a fiction, part of a fiction. A brief work of a fiction with A few characters and a main theme that can usually be read in a single sitting. A short story, the brief work of a fiction with a few characters. So, a few characters and a main theme can usually read in a single sitting, a short type of a story. एक छोटीशी कथा, एक शॉर्ट कथा आपण म्हणतो त्या पद्धतीनं शॉर्ट स्टोरी लिहिल्या जातात. शॉर्ट. Third kind of literature is poetry. Basically, you know about the poetry. Poetry means what? Marathi meaning kavita. Literary work with the special attention given to the expressing feeling and ideas through distinctive style and rhythm. So it's quite मराठी मीनिंग काय होतं की एक थॉट फीलिंग एक्सप्रेशन हे रिधमॅटिकली एक सूरबद्धता लयबद्धता घेऊन लिहिलं जातं. म्हणजेच ते काय कोणतं साहित्य येतं तर ते कवितेचं कविता हा भागसुद्धा काय येतो साहित्यामध्ये येतो. तर ते नॅरेट केलेलं असतं. फॉर एक्झाम्पल शेक्सपियर सॉनेट. You know about the sonnet. Sonnet is the 14 lines poem written by William Shakespeare. So कविता म्हणजेच काय की भावनिक प्रतिसाद व्यक्त करण्यासाठी जे माध्यम वापरलेलं आहे, ज्या माध्यमातून एक ओळी तयार केल्या जातात की भावना एक्सप्रेस करण्यासाठी, त्याला आपण काय म्हणतो की पोएट्री कविता म्हणतो. एक माध्यम वापरतोय आपण, ते साहित्यातला एक प्रकार आहे. नेक्स्ट फोर्थ वन इज द इपिक पोएम्स. Epic poems, the part of a poetry form. It is मराठीमध्ये याला आपण असं म्हणू शकतो की कविता किंवा काव्यात्मक स्वरूपात कथा सांगणे म्हणजेच ते काय महाकाव्य. ते एक प्रदीर्घ स्वरूपाचं असतं, ते काय बदलत नसतं, बदललेलं नसतं ते कधीही. त्यामुळे त्याला आपण काय म्हणतो इपिक फॉर्म म्हणतो. तो कवितेचा इपिक फॉर्म आला. फॉर एक्झाम्पल ओडिसी हे जे इपिक आहे ते खूप असं बाय हॉमरनी ते लिहिलेलं आहे. मग त्या पद्धतीचे जे असतात पोएम्स त्यांना आपण काय म्हणतो इपिक. इट्स पार्ट ऑफ अ पोएट्री. अ लॉंग नॅरेटिव्ह पोएम दॅट टेल्स पोएट्री ऑफ अ हिरोइक डेड्स. For example, ode, epic, odyssey. Ode, the part of the pattern of a poetry, the emotion, thoughts and narrative and dramatics, the lyrical, the form was written, and that is called epic form, related to poetry. And last one, the kind of literature, the part of literature fifth is the drama. You know, all students know about the drama. A composition that present fictional or non-fictional event through dialogue, often called a play, and performed on stage, radio or film. For example, comedy and tragedy. Means मराठीमध्ये याचा अर्थ काय ड्रामा. ड्रामा मीन्स नाटक. प्लेज लाईक रोमियो अँड ज्युलियट, विलियम शेक्सपियर. ट्रॅजिडीज लाईक हॅमलेट. सो द composition of the event, fictions, non-fictions, dialogues, presented through, performed on stage via radio or films, that is called as drama. we see about the literature and what is the literature, what is the definition of literature, kinds of literature, and next part we see about the what is cinema. Basically, literature and cinema is the name of your BA second year optional English paper, literature and cinema, paper number 3. So I will discuss about the two things, literature and cinema. Only the clarification, only the clear two words, and two words, what is the literature and what is the cinema. I think the two concepts are clear, then we start the module first, adaptation. So the next is, what is cinema? You know about the cinema, Marathi meaning चित्रपट, film, छायांकन, बायोस्कोपी, whatever, फिल्म. एक मूवी आपण म्हणतो, चित्रपट म्हणतो. सिनेमा मीन्स मराठी मिनिंग, अ थिएटर वेअर फिल्म्स आर शोन फॉर द पब्लिक एंटरटेनमेंट. चित्रपट आपण जेव्हा व्हिज्युअलायझेशनमध्ये बघतो थिएटरमध्ये जाऊन, तर ती जी व्हिज्युअलायझेशन जी क्लिप आहे त्याला आपण काय म्हणतो, मूवी, फिल्म, सिनेमा. In the past century, there were cinema, television, and computer graphics, but now there are offers transferred to the format of a comic book picture, which comes to life. 21st century became the time of a creation and a development of a new synthetic art from due to the development of science and technology. It is the part of film, it is the part of visualization. 21st century became, it's a marvelous change of the cinematic world. So the drama include the plays, tragedies, comedies, all these things including in a drama and cinema. So in this video we learn about the literature and cinema, paper number 3, BA part 2nd. Only the concept you have clear to what is the literature and what is the cinema. So both concepts are correlated to each other, and it is very important to know about the all these things, literature and what kind of literatures. So basically all the sections are completed in this video, and I will prepare the new video for first module, theories of adaptation. Thank you.